You are now at the Roundtable with Lenny S., Maya the Brazilianaire, and Big Light.
Okay, everybody, on with the show!
Take a seat and tune in.
Hey, yo, it's Slade, the Drama King, and I'm listening to the Roundtable with Lenny S., Maya B., and Big Light.
Yeah. Looking fly and shit in Manhattan, New York City.
You see who's here.
Do they see it?
You know what it is.
Come on, cameraman, get a picture of the man, my boy Slade, the drama queen.
Hey, what up?
We're really excited because we thought you were going to come last week, but we have you here this week.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, definitely thank you for coming because you're about to go on air yourself very shortly. And, I mean, we will talk, we have like a lot of stuff, obviously, to talk about with, in regards to your artist, Papoose.
Sure
but we won't just dwell on that, right, Lenny?
No, because he's
gonna
a
get
star in
into
himself.
Right.
He's the drama king.
He's got an album coming out also in the summer.
Exactly.
What's the name of it?
The Soul Controller, because that's what I do. I control souls.
So what album would this be for you? How many now,
It's my fourth album.
Okay, all right.
That's a lot.
Okay, so let's just then quickly talk about what happened in New York City. Was it last week or the week before? Last week? It feels like it's been a long time now that this sort of beef situation occurred between Max B, yourself. He said something about you on air, and Papoose was there and defended it. Yeah. How did that whole thing start? Why would Max B just come out of nowhere and just say that about you?
I guess he had a bad morning. The coffee wasn't tasting too good. And, you know, the hip-hop game right now is built upon controversy.
Right.
So, you know, me, I like to see people eat. So anything that any brother out there feel they got to say about me to get up in the game, I'm glad to have helped you, yo.
Now, you normally play Max B records. Was something like that change at this point?
I mean, at the end of the day, only thing I could tell you about that situation is Jim Jones introduced me to him, played his records. He got locked up. Told him keep his head up, played his records. He came home. I played his records. He gets into it with Jim Jones. He calls me out my character.
So what was he? Dipset this kid?
I don't know what it is, but like I said, I hope the comment he made helps him.
Right.
And obviously, him and anybody else can see when you make comments about me, I ain't got to be right there for you to get approached.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
So, you know,
Drama King.
Watch your mouth.
Tissue.
Right.
So, okay, let me ask you a question. With all this stuff going around, being that you grew up in the hood, you in the street, you've been in the street for years, as I know personally, how do you separate business from, you know, the industry, from your friendships, from the mixtapes, from your artists like Papoose? How do you keep yourself like on an even keel?
Well, man, you know, you've been around for a while yourself, Light and Lenny, and I'm just meeting you, Maya. You know who's who and what's what. So you know who to deal with on what scale and how far some people is going to go in situations and how far they not. So it's just like, it's a balance. At the end of the day, you got to know what's business and what's personal and never confuse the two.
Right. I've actually spoken to you a few times when things have gone down with Papoose, be it Uncle Murder, this Max B thing. You've always been very professional in answering questions. You never really have, like, slandered the other person. You always seem to have, like, a kind of like a diplomatic view on the situation. And sometimes it even seems like you don't even want to co-sign some of the things that happens in the street with Papoose.
Exactly, because case in point, how many cameras we got on us now? How many people is watching? How many people is listening?
Over 1 million.
Yeah, exactly. So what the fuck I look like being on here talking about what's going to happen and this and that and the third, knowing the whole world is listening to
It don't make sense.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have time to do your own career.
And that's what, when I say you got to know the difference between business and personal. You know what I'm saying? If what happened was business and you know it's about to get personal, you need not speak about it.
Right.
Because what you say will be taken into a court of law down the line.
Some sort of court.
Exactly.
You being the older figure and stuff, do you ever try to guide Pap and be like, yo, Pap, cool out? Or not that you know what I'm saying?
Always. I'm like a voice of reason now. You know, 5-6 years ago, I was a total fucking idiot.
You would have been slapping them with them.
You know what I'm saying? But then after a while, you get to see the black ball jackets they try to make for you that don't fit. You know how to bust out of them. You understand what I'm saying? And you just start to just see what it's all about and how, you know, you're going to survive in this game. And that's not being in a whole lot of bullshit all the time. It's gonna come sometime, but all the time, it's not cool.
But for me, like knowing this mixtape game like we do, you should be used to this by being the drama king, especially you. You know, I was in the mixtape game, but it wasn't like how you did it. And the way you did it always would lead to speculation about is K siding with somebody, or is he with this one, or is he with that one? Because he's playing it on his tape. Have you ever been confronted with drama over somebody saying something on your tape?
Shit, ask Lenny Yes. Shit, he know he done passed my number off before.
What that mean, Lenny? Put that in the air, son.
I got calls from Jay-Z before. You know what I'm saying?
That's Lenny undercover.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I was wrong.
But,
you know,
but on some grown man shit,
you
know, he wanted, that's one thing I could say about Jay. Me and him never got along, really. But if you had a problem with Jay, the nigga will call you or say, like he one time said, here's my number. You got a problem with me about anything, you can call me. You
That's a man thing. That's
exactly.
Real.
So, you know, despite however I felt about him, I got to say that. And maybe a lot of other niggas need to take them practices up and we won't have all this bullshit going on. We all grown men, let's get this money. Because nobody likes to get money uncomfortably.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting money and you're going like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do that.
Right.
Nobody wants to do that, but certain people's egos stop them from ever saying, you know what, nigga ain't disrespect my mother, my daughter, he don't owe me no money, ain't nobody caught no bullets. I don't really have a problem with this dude.
Right.
Let's not take it there, but let's resolve this he say, she say, girl shit.
Well, I think more people should do it like Jay do it. It don't even affect him because he had a point where who cares? Live your career, and that's the only you trying to do is get a response from you.
Yeah.
We got to pay some bills, Maya, Lenny. Yes, we got K Slade in the building.
Yep.
We be back. Don't shrink that screen, fool.
We got to get into the straight stunting business.
Yeah.
Stunt hard.
Please. Be back in a minute, y'all. Don't shrink that screen.
Hey, yo, it's K Slade, a.k.a. Smack Your Favorite DJ, and I'm at the Roundtable on RockMeTV. Don't shrink that screen.
You are now at the Roundtable with Lenny S., Maya the Brazilianaire, and Big Life.
Okay, everybody, on with the show!
Take a seat and tune in.